It switched. Okay. We're good.
We're here at the research fair, and our first person is Brady Shack.
What's up,
So,
guys?
Brady, we've never done this before. You guys are the main characters. Easton, we want you getting, not me, but we want you getting these guys. Brady, tell us what you researched and like what's the gist of your project, my guy.
Well, what I found in my research was every 4 rounds of golf, which is an average round, you can burn 1,000 calories.
Let's go.
Which is the same or even more as an average football game.
Okay.
And another piece of evidence I found was it targets 17 different muscle groups, including the arms, core, and legs, which are all 3 main muscles that are considered sports all around the world.
Yeah.
And then if you ever play golf, most people say it's 90% mental.
Okay.
It's over here, right here.
Sure.
And if you don't stay focused and stay hydrated or control your temper, you can derail your round in a couple of seconds with just one bad shot. And that could lead into other tournaments and other matches as you go along with your season, which can ruin your season.
There you go. I know I play a lot better golf when I'm just relaxed and not taking it too seriously, like you said, controlling your temper. That's good. We don't have a whole lot of time, Mr. Shack, but we appreciate you. Tell us what if we had more time, what people will be doing with this golf club, because that looks pretty cool.
Well, we're hitting a 15 to 20 yard chip back here to try to get it in the squares.
Yeah.
But that's showing that only 50% of balls end up in tap-in makeable range.
Sure.
From that range, so only 50% of that.
Very cool. So I see here that you're asking us, do we consider golf a sport?
Yeah.
But what do you think, Mr. Shack?
I do think it's a sport. It's a very physical and a much more mental game.
Awesome. We appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you, guys.
Great stuff. Kilduff, do you mind if can we get the vibe of your project here? We're here with Brooklyn Kilduff. Brooklyn, we only have like a minute, but can you give us the gist of your project?
Yeah, so being a low-income family in the NICU is really stressful.
Okay.
So in my game, it's basically if you choose a low-income card, you have 20 seconds to get 5 items out.
Wow.
But if you choose a high-income card, you have 20 seconds to only get 1 out. So it's like you have the same amount of stuff, but you have to worry about more.
Wow.
So it's just like really stressful, and it's related to my own life. So it's just like trying to get money to pay for it and everything. It's just like really stressful.
Very cool. We can see here Brooklyn's great board with a lot of information. We got a couple of babies down here as well, which is very cool. So what would you say your main thesis is? Like, what's the point of your project?
That all of they should be supported in any way, because no one's going to say they want babies to die, but there's ways to help people give their babies the best care.
Absolutely. Okay, Brooklyn, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. With you guys, load management. You guys Mr. White, can you give us like the 1-minute spiel here for our viewers?
So over the last decade or so, the viewership in the NBA has dropped off a lot, and this is because of load management, and that is players resting, sitting out games even though they're healthy enough to play. So you can see on this graph here that this is the 90s, players are not sitting out as much. And then right here is roughly when it started, and then the views drop off.
Okay. So what's your biggest thesis statement? The biggest point you would want us as viewers of your project to get out of this?
I would say it's the amount of money that they get paid to So he has missed 60 games, and off of those 60 games, he's made around $25 million for not even playing at all.
Wow. So we all know who this guy is. That's Steph Curry.
Yep. So the game is, you guess the over-under of how many games he's played.
Gotcha.
Or the games he's missed. And then I mean, the main thing is people are just really surprised of like how much money he's made for his games when it's not even playing.
Yeah. Would you say like if he misses a couple of games though, is he able to come back stronger and make his threes and be more of an effective player? Or?
I mean, so that's I mean that's what load management was originally like made for.
Yep.
To prevent fatigue and injury. But I mean, recently players have just taken advantage of it so much where it's just.
Meanwhile, we're paying a lot of money for a Pepsi and a seat at the game. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Hey, very nice, my friend. Very nice. All right. Get a view of Camden doing his work. Had a baby. Wage disparity in different sports. Very cool. Let's pop over here. We'll see Baxter cooking. Go ahead and see if you can pop in there and get a little Baxter. Pros, can we come to you next? Yeah.
How to prevent this is to be more aware while you are online, you build a positive visual which you share your positive experiences with others, kindness, and just being authentic. Another way is recognizing your impact of words. Being by online comments can be very powerful, and people can perceive whatever you say negatively or positively. And then finally, avoiding gossip, sharing hurtful content, and then finally, reporting.
Let's pop over here to Tatum. Tatum, do you mind if we interview you for the live stream? It's like, give us the 1 minute spiel, pros. What do you got?
Like right now?
I mean, if you can, yeah. What's?
I need you to make a pizza first.
Okay, so if we had more time, and I know you're like, but so we'd put we got some olives, we got pepperonis. What's that? We got mushrooms. We got there's a few onions. Okay, and we're gonna disperse those all around. Okay,
Yep.
all right.
All right. So this whole pizza is represented by social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok.
Okay.
And these toppings are your algorithm, what you want to see. So this pizza is unique to you, what you want to see, what you want to eat, basically. Recently, identities such as maybe people telling you who to be, who to not be, things like that, and relationships being maybe who to vote for, who not to vote for.
Right.
Things like that can be very toxic. And that is feeding into what your pizza is. It's putting maybe toppings that you don't like, and they're making you eat it, which you don't want to do that. You want to eat your pizza that's unique to you.
There you go.
So I think what we should change that is by having everybody have their own toppings, their own little pizza to them, what makes them them.
Okay.
And we shouldn't force anybody to eat something they don't want to, or tell them who they should be, or what they should post, or anything like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Seems like you and Baxter here kind of go hand in hand with, the themes of what you're trying to encourage us to think about. Social media and how it impacts teens, and over here, identity, relationships, and social media. Good job, pros. Thank you. Hey, you were the man yesterday doing that, doing the pole vault, boss. So now you're a scholar. What? Tell us quick what we got here.
So right here, I was studying the different types of degrees that you can get for nursing and the different types of fields that there are.
Cool.
Nursing is not limited. There is always job openings, so they're always, looking for someone to be in this field. Then there are a ton of different degrees. Each degree is, overwhelming. It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
You could be in debt from these degrees, so that's why many people steer away from nursing.
Gotcha.
And my dad, he's in the trades, so he gives me all the horror stories about trades and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my mom's also a nurse, so I get both sides of it. And yeah, I'm just trying to open up your mind to nursing.
Yeah, and I'm in my 40s. You guys are, being high school students. I can tell you back in the day, sadly, there was a lot of gender bias against nursing, and like you said, your dad's in the trades, and but this could be a very valid and a very good career for all different types of people, right?
Yeah. And then I also have one kidney, so that's why I'm trying to get this.
Yeah.
my dad's in the trade, so he gets laid off every once in a while.
Sure. No, so
People get insurance.
they're always hiring, and it's a great career. What would you say would be like your favorite type of nursing if you could decide, hey, I want to become a nurse, but I want to be in this type of nursing? What would that look like?
If I could, I'm going to try to get my master's and become
Cool.
a nurse practitioner, as they're open to a ton of different things they can do. What is it? You're not going to be as stressed becoming a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
You can work in a clinic, around old people, around young people, everywhere.
Keep some decent hours, right? Instead of working the 7 to 7 shifts or whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, very cool, man.
Thank you.
Congrats, Lincoln.
Thanks.
Let's just take a look at Emma's. Oh, hey, Emma, are you didn't know if you were giving? Yeah, Emma, can you give us the 1 minute spiel here?
Yeah.
All right, Easton, get it. Yep. Oh, we got some music stuff. Oh, go ahead, take it.
So usually you all look through these and see if you can tell which ones are AI, and when you're done, I'm going to tell you the answers.
All right. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. Hey, there's a horse that has curly hair. You don't see that every day. I recognize some of these guys. I know that's Bowie, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, Easton. Maybe you can tell, but I can't tell.
The rest that are not killed are
So that's the first thing is you would have people kind of guess which one. So okay.
Alright, then go through the answers. So number 1 is AI, 2 is AI,
Okay.
3 is real,
That's real.
4 is AI, 5 is AI, 6 is AI, 7 is AI, 8 is real, 9 is real,
Yep.
10 is real, 11 is real, and 12 is real.
So
It's AI.
did you say 6 was AI?
Yes.
You see, I'm a history teacher and a historian, so yeah, oh man, yeah, like over here, like some. So at first I was like, oh, historical, that's got to be real, but then yeah, you got weird stuff going on. All right. So what would you say is like your overall thesis here?
our need and our greed creates unattainable beauty standards.
He could be a six-fingered guitarist, but
Well, the big issue here is dealers. So you can have dealers so they can be able to tell what's AI and what's real. So it helps stop the spread of misinformation, false media, all of that stuff, especially with the progression of AI. Like this one, you can't really tell it's AI at first
No.
glance.
No.
Not even the usual typical giveaway. Something's AI, you should tell. So this is where you need to know
that product
resources,
tested
websites,
shows that
stuff you need to find.
Zero
Awesome.
usage of cosmetic testing.
Thanks, Emma.
It's factory.
Let's get a little Ami here. Ami cooking.
She's with another factory farming that not a lot of people know about. Her grandparents are buying agriculture is the factory farming of fish and other aquatic animals. It's very popular because it's constantly what are some of the content qualities you might be asking? Well,
All right, Easton. Yeah, we made it over. I'm over there cooking. And August has got something amazing going. August, take it away. Oh, that's real.
I'd like you to draw a picture for me. Something important.
Just draw a picture.
Yeah, it could be a place, personal hobby,
Yeah,
whatever you want.
it's my house, and for the sake of the live stream, don't judge me. But my family's in there, man, and all the stuff that I hold dear to myself, it's in there.
You want to share that? You're not ashamed of that.
Okay.
It's pretty great.
Oh, there goes the wife and kids, man, and the dog, and all my record collection, and wow, okay, that was deep.
Not good, right?
Yeah,
Thousands of artists go through that. The censorship, their work is eliminated from public view.
Yes.
Unfit or uncomfortable. It's ridiculous. I had no right to do that. That made no sense.
So, here's how you can fix this.
I mean,
higher welfare,
Voice taken away.
like buying
Yeah.
farmers markets or
I don't mean like comedians, top names, racist jokes. They can get away with it.
that's real. I get it.
Online trolls, spam hate comments, but like book bans, right? Crucial novels that teach us to question authority, give a voice for the minority groups that
Yep.
don't have a voice.
The marginalized, and I'm only saying this for the stream here to make sure we're without a mic or anything. No, what 100%. So, yeah, this is fantastic. And me drawing something important, even though it was a little drawing, and then you tearing it up and throwing it away, was powerful. And I think the point came through. August, thank you. Wish we had more time. Andrew Mendoza. You've got a minute. Can you come over here next? Okay, all right.
I got a minute. Okay, want some candy?
I'm good.
All right. Okay. So steroids, as you know, increase muscle mass, increase athletic performance, but they have detrimental side effects that you may not know about. Okay. So right now, I would like you to put these and give the pros and the cons.
Well, I'm going to take heart attack here, and I mean, right?
This might take more than a minute.
Yeah, lack of attention span, hepatitis, liver. Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the cons are going to outweigh the pros.
So as you can tell from the imaginary, there's way more cons than there are pros. That people that take steroids aren't doing so good.
Yeah.
People are taking steroids from young ages all the way down to middle school and old people. And they're uninformed about the many side effects that come with it. So people that take the steroids need to be informed about the effects of that. And people that are on steroids need to be informed about how to recover and for psychotherapy and how informative measures to make sure they don't get into it, or if they are, they're informed about how to live through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mendoza, that was great.
Would you like to put for or against?
Somebody actually said 4.
It was my mom and Brody Stein.
Oh, just. We'll have to scratch that from the. Boom. I don't know how to.
Punch at the end.
Oh, see, got to be smarter than the pen. You made a good case, my friend. All right, thanks, Andrew. What's that?
First things first, I'm going to build you your perfect life.
Oh,
Hopefully your wife doesn't see this right now.
okay, that's real. That's fair.
Okay, here you go. You pick 3 cards.
Okay, so just like
1, yep.
good. Okay.
All right, what do you got?
All right, got hardworking,
Nice.
and this is my spouse, right?
yes.
Okay, hardworking, supportive,
Nice.
and a good listener.
Right.
Okay, those are good.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
flip it over now.
Okay, good listener.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay.
You got 1 to 2 minutes.
Support. Oh. Manipulative. That's not good. Hardworking. That's no manners. Okay.
So obviously this seemed great at first, but once you went past the surface area, you saw it wasn't as good. The same thing is seen in the transfer portal, as all these athletes are going into college and wanting to find better success somewhere else.
Yep.
They're not finding that success. For example, Haley Van Lith transferred from Louisville after losing to LSU. She transferred to LSU and then probably had one of the worst seasons she's ever played
Terrible.
at LSU. And then transferred again to try to win that championship at TCU. Although she had a good season at TCU, she didn't win that championship and have that success she was looking for. So not only is this affecting that individual itself, but it's affecting all of the players around them. Because as more athletes are coming in and leaving these teams, it's not allowing them to build that team chemistry that you need to have a great team and have great success, which is ultimately affecting the competition level and bringing it down. And it's also affecting our younger generations because they see this lack of loyalty as okay, and as long as what they're doing is good for themselves, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing.
Good.
So this
Yeah.
lack of loyalty just shows that it's not okay. And one of my things I want is to reinstall the rule that you have to sit out for a year after transferring, or tying it to NIL that you have to either, if you're going to transfer, you're no longer able to collect NIL deals.
True. So is it safe to say you're not transferring to Boylan?
I will not be transferring.
Yeah. Okay. But like that. So yeah, that athlete. I mean, you couldn't even connect with her. She was on like 3 or 4 different teams, and so yeah. Okay. No, that fantastic. So looking at the other side, the dark side of the transfer portal. All right, Girl Herring. Nice. Oh yeah. You got Sophia working over here. Oh, she's got it set up. Okay. We'll come over here. Easton, wait, do you need a minute?
I think like just 1 minute, like a couple seconds.
Let Easton, come here. We're gonna come over and see Malia quick, and then Lainey. Malia, can you give us like the 1 minute gist of what your thesis is here? Huh?
You want a quick one or you want the whole thing?
Yeah. Can you just give us?
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the quick one.
Okay. Yep. All right.
So, for my first question is, do you think working your body is good for you or bad? Like, better or worse?
I would think like working out is like healthy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Okay.
okay.
So this is like, I did some statistics. So I had them shoot a basketball.
Okay.
And then I had them lift some weights. And then
All right.
they shot it again. So like these are like.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So
So,
like normally they make the first one and miss the second one.
Gotcha.
And so just seeing how like everyone's reaction to their bodies and how it works when they did like the working out and during their season. So some background on overtraining is when athletes work out intensity, duration, or frequency surpass what their body can adequately recover from. And it's a common problem that athletes of all levels can experience, especially when they're trying to reach the next level in their sport.
yep.
So overtraining is caused by an imbalance between stress and recovery. Some recovery strategies are healthy sleep, nutrition, and mental wellness are very important trying to prevent overtraining. And proper nutrition also helps reduce the risk of injuries, speeds up healing, and supports the overall health and well-being. Recovery can take anywhere from a few weeks to months. And some effects, overtraining has many different physical, mental symptoms. It can lead to fatigue, decreased performance, and even injury. And then overtraining can also have a negative effect on your mental health. The chronic stress imposed on your body can lead to mood disturbances, anxiety, depression, and decreased motivation. And so my take and my personal connection to it is for AAU basketball, in around a month and a half, we play about 35 games in that span. But then for a school season, in around 4 months, you play around the same amount of games, even less. And then that's my take on how like my body is like it's like to the decrease in motivation and like decrease in skill, and then like just like the burnout over the years. And then so I was just seeing how everyone's body like reacted to it and all that work on your body.
Fantastic.
Nice. Thank you.
Great thesis. Yeah. Lainey, you want to give us the quick version, and then we'll pop McCracken. We'll pop back. But okay, Lainey.
So did you guys know over 500,000 athletes have lost their scholarships and NCAA?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, most of them are in moment of injuries.
Okay.
So for example, Kyle Hardrick, he was a top prospect in high school. He got an offer from the University of Oklahoma.
Okay.
He went there his freshman year. His season got shortened because of an injury. But this injury was misdiagnosed. So the doctor said he was okay, and he went back to playing, but then it got worse. So he had to have a surgery, and Oklahoma would not renew his scholarship. So they took away his scholarship and his tuition. He had no choice but to transfer. So all the other schools that he was trying to go to wouldn't accept him because he didn't have any financial support because he wasn't getting paid. So he had to go to a smaller school and forget basketball. Do you guys agree with that? Oklahoma should have taken away his scholarship.
Take away a scholarship seems pretty harsh because he probably got injured kind of working, right? I mean, yeah,
And
that's
it was a
pretty,
misdiagnosis.
that's pretty harsh, yeah.
So no?
Yep.
Okay. So now athletes do get paid by their program likeness.
Yep.
They can have an income come in, but he never did because when this took place. So he just never had an income and he couldn't afford it. So his story shows the challenges student athletes face with injuries and scholarships. His misdiagnosed knee injury cut his basketball career short and jeopardized his scholarship. This highlights the need for better support, accurate medical care, and fair policies to protect student athletes and their futures.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, hey, great job, Lainey.
Thank you. If you guys want their head or anything.
We'll save them. Okay, yeah, I will actually. I'm very interested in that whole thing. And hey, let's go back and let's get McCracken. Sophia, are you ready? Can you give us the 1 minute spiel?
If you guys can do the scavenger hunt fast enough.
Okay. Yep.
Right,
What do we do?
right. So there's a scavenger hunt. I got 5 photos about this big.
Okay.
Right? They have guns on them. They're like all around the area in binders, under desks,
Oh, no.
on chairs.
Okay, so the idea is we have no idea, and these are guns.
These are
okay,
guns,
for our listeners, so they.
Yes.
Okay, so we have no idea. So like back here.
I give it this one.
Oh, right. Okay, we got. Okay. So there's a bunch of them hidden around,
Yes.
and I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's say we got all of them right here.
Yep.
Basically, so the scavenger hunt it should be pretty easy for you to do it.
Okay.
But now, let's say these guns were real. Unfortunately, they're just as easy to obtain. And here I have a poster. It's having harsh negative effects on our children and their learning. Here I have Virginia Tech College killed 32 in the school shooting. Uvalde killed 21. Parkland 17. Columbine in 1999 killed 14. Sandy Hook in 2011 killed 27. Super unfortunate. Very, very sad. But ultimately, I'm hoping that by making these guns less accessible and less easy to obtain, we can end gun violence and make a safer community and environment for our children and their learning.
I support that.
Macy supports it as well. And if you guys want a Jolly Rancher, you can go right ahead.
No, you sounded like pro level with your. That was good. Hey, I wanted to point out. Can you turn that around real quick? So I'm in my 40s.
Yes.
Columbine. You said that was in 1999.
1999.
And it. I'm trying to be an unbiased journalist here, but I mean that was 25, 26 years ago,
Yes.
and it's still a thing. Okay.
2011. Yes.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very long time.
Okay. Sophia, very powerful. Okay. Great. Thank you, guys. Let's just kind of see if we can kind of look in and get the gist here. AI art. Very cool. This is Glenn Roberts. Can we pop in and look? We'll listen a little bit to.
The pop watch actually goes all the back, and most people think it goes back to like the 1900s, like 1920s when films were involved. And pop watch would hide in alleyways and just in the shadows, and so these did not know they were all, and they would take photos because they wanted to film the world and the society about the
You're killing it. This is fantastic.
But hide in the shadows and the alleyway to film society and our world about the celebrities and their lives, how they live their lives, because we didn't know much about it.
We're just passing through, guys. Ooh, we got Gwen over here doing the interior design. Georgia is elder abuse, right? That's okay. Do you want to give us a spiel, or are you tell you that's what a great topic? Oh, but we got Taylor. Good, Taylor. Are you interested in giving us the spiel or no?
I don't care.
Okay, can you give us the 1 minute spiel?
I sure can.
Go for it.
So mine's on tanning, and Caucasian people are more likely to use tanning meds, tan outdoors.
Okay.
And along with that, there's risks like skin cancer, early aging. But with the right prep and stuff like that, obviously we can prevent it, and there are benefits like the production of vitamin D, the production of serotonin,
Sure.
being a relaxation and meditational method for those with anxiety and stuff like that. So my activity is to put the skincare steps in the order that you think they should be in to get the maximum protection against the skin cancer and early aging.
No, you want to tell our viewers real quick what the order is here?
Okay, so first you want to exfoliate.
Okay.
And then it would be the moisturizing, and then you would apply your sunscreen, and then you would hydrate.
Okay. Great. So we lived in Scotland, and the sun is you don't get a lot of sunlight, so that vitamin D stuff, that was a thing. So your point being is that tanning could be healthy, but you got to do it safely. That's real. Thanks, Taylor. You want to look in on Liz here a little bit?
And it looks like you have, you're going on a little date and you have to buy all your makeup supplies. So to show you the cost of makeup supplies is this bottle here that I have. It's $30 just for this little bottle I have. And then it's $14 for this one, and it's together that's already $40 you're spending on 2 items. And then to finish other stuff for your makeup, you got the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. It's at least $10 for that, $10 for your mascara. You're spending at least almost $100 on a few items.
Excuse me, what? That's $100.
Yeah, this bottle right here is $30.
I got a 7th grade daughter. Am I going to be out there spending $100 on her?
When it comes to getting your period and stuff like that, that alone you're spending $40
Okay.
for some supplies.
So your thesis here is that girls are having to spend some money just to be a girl. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah, just like having birth control. You have to spend so much money on birth control for a tiny little pill that has all these different types of side effects.
Okay.
So it's just crazy on how much that we have to spend when some things we just can't control it.
That's real. Thank you very much.
Of course. You can keep playing. I don't want to get my
No, that's all right. We got Elizabeth, negative effects of online shopping. Okay. I'll pop over. Ari, are you interested in giving your spiel? You don't have to. We're doing the stream.
I can if you want.
You want to can you give us the 1 minute spiel and then we'll come over to you guys?
It's a little bit longer than 1 minute, but I'll like.
Yeah, give us the and it's.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so do you think cheer is a sport? Do you want me to?
Sure.
So yes or no, cheer is a sport?
Put it in no. Layla wants. Here's the thing. I've noticed that there's like cheerleading at like games like on the side, but then I know you guys do like the competitive cheer, and that is like people going up in the air and being thrown around, and I don't know. Do you see a difference or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, a lot of people think cheer is not a sport.
Okay.
A lot of people focus on the uniform. As you can tell, I'm wearing a cheer uniform. It's tight fit and it's a little short compared to what people are used to.
Okay.
And we have two different uniforms for our competition team and our sideline team.
Okay.
It's different, but kind of similar, but very different. This one has a lot more like gems all over it. It's more bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of to get the judge's eye and like
Gotcha.
to show.
Okay.
And then a lot of people like to bash on the cheerleaders uniform, and they like to say that it's almost too short, too tight. But what we don't realize is that a lot of other people, like in sports and stuff, they also have short uniforms.
Okay.
Like track,
Sure.
volleyball,
Yep.
cross country. A lot of other sports also have tight fitted uniforms.
Yep.
And then a lot of people often aren't fully like aware and uninformed of the cheer world. So like when you think of cheerleading, a lot of people think of like on the sideline of like a football and basketball game, but they don't realize that there's a whole competition world, and it's two very different
Yes. Yes.
And then kind of correlating with being uninformed is that they don't really understand like the ability that these athletes are capable of and
That's-
the best, like the skills that they have. What goes on during your regular practice is that there's stretching and warm-ups that you start off with to get your body ready for what's going to happen during practice. You drill tumbling, stunts, and jumps to get the best that you can, and then timing together and all together, make sure it looks the best that it can be for competitions. And then you want to do full outs, which in that first video I showed you was a full out of the dance. And a full out is like performing the routine like as if you were at the competition.
Yes. Okay. Like going full out. Is
Yes,
that
and you
okay?
wanna
Okay.
Find, like your weaknesses and what goes wrong. And then you also, that video was us drilling our jumps and our timing together. And then you also end with conditioning to make yourself a better athlete. And then for stunts, this first stunt is a switch up. The flyer goes up, she switches feet, and the bases catch her other foot. This one is called a full up. The flyer faces the front, she spins all the way around and lands in the front again.
Wow.
And then it's a full twisting dismount. And then in the third video, it's a half switch up. She faces the back, gets thrown up, switches to the front, and at the same time, she switches feet. And then for tumbling, this is a running round off back handspring tuck. And then this is just a regular tuck.
So I mean, real similar stuff to like what gymnasts would be doing.
Yeah.
To your point.
And then
Okay.
you also have your standing tumbling, which is like that's a standing tuck. You can do a standing tuck, you can do a standing back handspring. And it's okay to have spotters sometimes because these skills that you're doing are very challenging. And then what are you being judged on during competitions? The judges are looking at your facials, making sure that the cheerleaders have a higher energy level. Because the higher energy level you have, that the crowd is going to feed off of it, and
There you
it'll
go.
just become a better overall for everybody. And then they're looking for your sharpness and togetherness, making sure that you're in time with everybody and not like messy and sloppy with
Yep.
it. And you also want to look at execution, making sure that you're hitting your stunts and the skills to the best of your ability. And they're looking for tumbling touches. So if you were supposed to do a back touch with your hand down on the ground, that is a deduction. And you also get more deductions if you have like a stunt fall, like your flyer hits the ground or like it bobbles and it looks like it's gonna come down. That's also a deduction. And they're looking for how long you can use the mat. So like if you have 9 mats altogether, if you mostly focus on the center 3 mats, then you're not gonna have a higher competition score than if you were to use the space that you have. And then
So that I can keep going. I hear what you're saying and I get it. No, but you're one of our great soccer players this season, and so would you argue that it's every bit as much of a sport as your soccer play?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Great job. Don't wear that to the next game, though. Okay. Layla, are you interested in giving us the spiel?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Give us the 30-second version because I just looked and I. Okay.
First off, I'm just gonna tell you what my thing is.
Okay. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Just.
So they're technically switched to show that like in misdiagnosis, which is what mine is about, psychiatric misdiagnosis.
Ah. Yeah.
You think
Okay.
you're getting one and you're getting the other. It affects about 12 million adults a year and about 1 million people lose their lives to it, like suicide and things.
Sure.
What's going on. There's different levels. Like in the lesser levels, you'll just kind of feel like you're not yourself. But then in higher levels, you'll show signs and symptoms of schizophrenia and other things,
Okay.
which kind of like puts you in a hole because then you're trying to work with your psychiatrist to like figure out what you don't have, but you're showing symptoms that you don't really have.
So like the misdiagnosis piece is what you're focusing on. Yeah. I mean.
It get costly and it just affects everything in your everyday life.
So not only is a person trying to like find out what's going on, now we throw in this wrench of a misdiagnosis that could cause even more problems.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
even making
it's
things.
just distractible that
Wow.
doesn't-
Great topic.
If you want to stop it, then you have to mention you think something's going on, you find another medical professional, and then you would get a second opinion, and then eventually legal action.
Wow. Excellent. Thank you. I wish we had more time. Carter, you want to give us the spiel?
So my presentation is on foster kids and their health insurance.
Okay.
The biggest health worry, I guess, in foster care is their mental health.
Sure. Yeah.
Because of the switching houses and the families. I don't think they feel like loved and things like that. They get Medicaid or Medicare until they're 18. And then after that, they get like, I guess you could say like half the benefits. They don't get all of them.
Okay.
And they get those until they're 22. And once they hit 22, they get no benefits at all. They basically are on their own at that point. But us, like on our parents' insurance, we get insurance with our parents till we're 26.
Wow.
So they're getting less time with insurance and they're in foster care.
So not only do they have that roadblock, but once they're 18, is that what you said?
Yeah,
So,
you really don't have a coverage. You have a little bit, but not a lot.
wow.
So yeah.
This is great. Wait,
Thanks.
Have them guess.
Oh yeah.
What would you do?
which
So
one?
I have a scenario.
Sure.
Ready? Joey, he is 18 years old. He has his last football game for senior year, but
Okay.
he's going to Iowa State
Okay.
for football.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
he tore his ACL and he needs insurance, but he's also 18, so he doesn't have all the benefits. He has a little bit of money because he has a job, but that's not going to pay for his surgery. So I have a what would you do? And you can either pick A, B, C, or D.
Well, making him pay doesn't really seem fair.
If you were the foster parent.
Oh, if I was the
If
foster.
you were the foster parent, how would you answer that?
Okay, so, well, I'm thinking of him that he's my son,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I don't want him to have to pay. Now, if he goes and makes $25 million, that's
Yeah.
it. I feel like this is a movie. Like, this reminds me of a movie. But fight for insurance, pay for him, let him.
Risk is
I think fighting for some insurance is
Yeah.
the thing to do, right?
But some foster parents, I think they're in it for I think they get like $300 a month. And I
Oh.
think they're in it for the money. They
Oh,
don't,
wow.
They don't care about the foster kid.
Gotcha.
They care about the money.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
No.
I have some inspirational pins if you'd like one.
I will take one.
All right.
And there are no unwanted children, just unfound families.
Thanks.
You guys were great. Awesome. Got Lucy over here. We don't have time, unfortunately, to stop it. No, I feel that. You want to talk us through your thesis? What's up, my guy? We'll come over and see you too.
So I think gambling, from my perspective, is a real job. What do you think?
Wait, okay. So gambling is a real job.
Yep, or it can be a real job.
Okay, I'm a teacher and I'm on a live stream, so I have to be careful for the kiddies. But why don't you tell us what your thoughts are here, my friend?
I mean, look at the stock market. Do you think that's a real job?
Okay, I see your point. There are day traders, and I can see that like they're out there betting on stocks and. Okay. Go ahead. Keep cooking.
They have risk. They both have risks involved. there's strategy needed.
Okay.
So, what do you think a job should require?
Any kind of a job,
Any
like
kind of job.
discipline,
Yeah.
research, being organization, preparedness. Yeah. Yep.
So they have to be organized to know what they're betting on.
Okay.
They can't just be betting like fools. They can't put money on this and they don't even know about it.
Are we gonna need a must be 18 to play disclaimer
you
on the
must-
live stream?
or
On the
you
live
can-
stream.
Or you can play. I have so right here.
Nobody saw that.
Oh, it's fine. So right here, it's just a random game. You're playing with fake money.
Okay, so we got a little.
Yeah.
We got a little blackjack going on.
Yeah. So obviously it's not legal for like underage, but like being an electrician, you can't be an electrician at 12 years old.
Okay. So this is not me be going. I told myself coming in, it's not my job to, but I'm going to challenge.
Yeah. I'm
So
definitely-
what would you say to people that are like, well, this is how they get you. This is
Yeah.
how they get the kiddies. And I see where you were going. That to be a gambler, you're going to need organization, research, a lot of those types of skills. But what kind of things should people be aware of so that they don't get
there's
themselves into
definitely
trouble?
some dangers, about,
There you go.
You can get cut. You can cheat off there, just like any other job. You could rob your own company, anything.
Yep, okay.
Or, there are risks like addiction.
Yes, yep.
So you can get addicted to basically anything. It's kind of cool. You can
Yeah.
get addicted to basically anything, especially the stock market.
No, I see your point that
You're-
there's people that are addicted to continuing to bet
You're
on
like hungry
stock.
for money, you bet all your money in, you lose.
Okay.
So I feel the skill side of it, so you have to analyze statistics, trends, and probabilities. So especially on sports betting, they have made 150 billion just in the past year on sports.
Okay.
So if you look at a player that's doing 20 a game, you're obviously not going to say they're doing more than that. You're going to say lower or around there. So that's just to make that money and going the safe routes. Obviously, everything has its dangers. If you're a trucker, you can get in an accident.
I hear you. I hear
so
you.
you definitely got to be smart about it like any other job.
Okay.
And this is my perspective on it. Any questions?
Thank you, my guy. Excellent. Appreciate you. You want to give us a one minute spiel here, boss? What are we looking at, sir?
Guardian caps.
Okay. Oh, I've seen them. Yeah. I've seen them. People are making fun of them and saying, why are you wearing that? But tell us about it.
So I think Guardian caps should be required for players to wear during practice.
Yeah.
Before I get started here, I'll give you more insight. Guardian caps comes with two layers: soft foam inside, and then like a spandex on the top to keep everything in place during play.
Yeah.
So here you can feel it if you want. The pads are pretty important to try and keep the players safe during play.
Yeah. It's got some sticky stuff there to make sure it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've never been able to see one in real life other than just on TV. So cool.
So the Guardian caps, they can absorb up to 10% of impacts of the head from any kinds of hit. And so I got these two helmets here.
Yep.
And inside the helmets, I got balloons with beads in it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the side of the helmet, and you can listen to how much the beads rattle.
Get.
You hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's rattling around.
I'll do the same with the Guardian cap. It's got the same amount of beads in here.
So this is taking a lot of the impacts, is what
absorbing most of the impact.
Wow.
So you can see how effective the Guardian cap may be during, real hitting in football situations.
Very good.
So I feel it should be required in practice because one, that's where most of the hits are taking place, about 58%.
Wait, in practice?
Yeah.
And
Just during the week.
can you attest? I mean, yeah, you guys are practicing all week long. You only play a game once.
One day.
Yeah.
And so in two, sorry for the bad handwriting, but the caps weigh 7 ounces.
That's nothing, really.
As a player myself, I can tell you it's definitely a noticeable change from wearing nothing on top to the Guardian cap.
So you do feel it.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely noticeable.
Okay.
For me, it feels like it's kind of weighing me down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel during the game you should have a full mobility, ability to move your neck and head any which way that you need to avoid injuries.
I was going to say, you guys can all freaking squat and bench press like 300 pounds. So what is half a pound going to do? But to your point, when you're a high-performance athlete on game day, you don't want to have to worry about it. But you want to limit the risk during the practice, which is when most of the hits occur.
Exactly.
Man, it's real.
Any questions?
I mean, I'd love to stay and chat, but I think our viewers, what are we up to, 1 million viewers right now? I think our viewers are going to be happy that you had that chat. But 2 mil. All right. Much love, guys. Great job. All right, we got Ditto. And I think we've reached a point in the night where guys are kind of going around, but how roundabouts enhance road safety. Man, I've been seeing them everywhere. We were just in Arizona, and they were everywhere. Wisconsin. Ooh, Druin's got some music therapy. That's awesome. Okay. Gavin, do you want to talk us through your spiel? You don't have to. It's okay. Gavin's doing animal intelligence here. And then I was going to say this is Gavin and Zihan that are doing AI. Very cool. Extinction.
I know you.
You're the Muzzy Runs guy.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
We're doing a live stream.
Oh.
We're doing Muzzy. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Katanya, are you willing to give us the quick rundown here of like 30 seconds to a minute? Are you willing?
30 seconds.
I know. It's not much time, but
We might have time for the guessing game, and I can tell you the answer. And
okay, yeah, sure.
All right, so guessing game. We got 3 birds: bird 1, bird 2, and bird 3. I'm gonna play some bird song, and you're just gonna guess which bird is making the call.
Okay, sure.
You can also participate. I want to ask, what are some of your comments?
Katanya, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got nothing.
It's just a guessing game. You can guess.
Oh,
You can
okay.
guess any
This one.
That one? All right. Well, normally I'd say I'd give you the answer at the end, but this is also the end.
Okay, I got you.
This is not it. The bird song came from this species in particular.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is the Kauai Olo bird.
All right.
It is a honey-eating songbird native to the Hawaiian Islands, island of Kauai.
Okay.
This bird's song, this bird, unlike these two here, these are still alive.
I was gonna say I feel like I recognize. I was gonna say I'm not a bird expert here, but okay.
This is the ribbon-tailed asteria, but you wouldn't recognize it. This is a bird of paradise.
Okay.
But this bird here, the quiet owl, is extinct, unfortunately. They went extinct in the 1980s. And there's something very special about this song in particular.
Okay.
This recording is the only recording of the last of its individuals. So this is the last individual species of this bird. So you may notice how in the song you can hear one bird singing, but there's no other birds singing.
Wow, that's depressing. Is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, he's all alone.
Okay.
Singing out, trying to attract a mate, trying to find other individuals, but there are no individuals left.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately for him, nobody heard his song on this day, and he did die alone. But fortunately, you were here tonight to hear his song and to hear my brief rundown of my presentation.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll sort of spread awareness of the extinctions happening, of everything going on, and try to spread the word.
Due to humanity. Okay. Katanya, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a nice rest of your night.
Good, great job. You as well. Micah, we're just looking in stereotyping hobbies. Did you say you wanted to be on the stream or no? Okay, but I think it's a good one because you've got your normal quote unquote, and then hobbies that people would say are weird, but hopefully the thesis is do whatever you want, right?
Yeah. People typically put these in the weirder category. I always have like a rebuttal repair.
A rebuttal,
to
yes.
Explain to them a different perspective. Sometimes when we first see a new hobby, we may get a preconceived notion about whether it's weird, normal, good, bad, but actually, if we think like this, we can end up missing out on some of the cool benefits hobbies can offer, helping to de-stress,
awesome,
and develop real skills. So we should always try to keep an open mind.
I want to tell you that back in the 80s, and some of our viewers will know this from watching Stranger Things, they thought you were going to open a portal to hell by playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I think it's just a game. So everybody's stigmatizing and calling different things weird when in reality, just do what you like and embrace it.
Personally, I think animal bone collecting is pretty normal. Just want to say.
Catania, I think when we looked over at your project, we were going to deduce that we were going to imply that. Hey, great job, guys. Great job. You guys, we said this like the podcasting.
Do you want to do the podcast? I have two options.
Okay.
Okay, there's either a podcast or you can do a fingerprinting lab thing. Do both.
Sure, I'll do the podcasty thing. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here, ironically. So
you get a mic.
Okay.
You can sit in one of the chairs if you like.
I'm just for the sake of time, but do I just put it right here? And are we like going live out there to the, or this is just like?
It's recorded on my.
All right. What should my podcast be about?
The podcast is about crime media.
Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm a question for you.
Okay.
The question is, have you ever watched a movie that's like based on like true crime and there's no court scene in it?
I mean, like always, right? Yep. Like there. I mean, you can act it out. There's the judge and the jury and the lawyer and the yes, no. I mean, sure.
How would you describe like the courtroom?
How would you describe the what?
The courtroom.
I don't know. Very like on edge, and everyone's listening, and hanging on every word. Yeah. Pretty intense.
Yeah. It has been characterized as intense.
Yep.
Very. What's the word? Very intense.
Yeah.
Very dramatic and very overwhelming. Which in real life, that's actually not the case.
Yeah.
Because in real life, it's actually very boring. People have said that you can hear a pin drop. It's so quiet. And also, it's because it's so very boring. Everyone is like falling asleep. Like the judge is even falling asleep, the jury, and even the lawyers are falling asleep. It's just like
you don't want that.
Yeah, because of how boring it is.
That's okay.
Second question.
Okay.
I know you already have a job.
Okay.
Do you ever want to become like a lawyer, a judge, or hopefully not, but a criminal?
Well, the criminal thing I'd rather steer clear from, but I can tell you that like it's because of all those shows growing up, everybody wanted to be a lawyer. Plus, we heard they made a lot of good money, and I know a few lawyers, and I know that they're doing pretty good. So, but it seems more glamorous, I think, from what you're saying than it really is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you're a lawyer, a lot of people actually study the movies instead of actually like reading the books or actually doing actual crime scene videos that have been like videotaped. And it also like about 40% of people actually decide not to become a lawyer anymore after already going through law school.
Wow.
Because they realize, hey, this isn't like the movies, so I'm bored. I want to go to an actual fun job. And they actually study the movies. They don't study the books. They don't study like the crime things. They don't study the stuff that actually needs to be studied and how important it is.
Okay. And so it's not going to be quite as glamorous as what they thought. Yeah, I was on a jury in a murder trial for like a week and a half once, and I could agree with you. You thought like, oh, this is going to be like the movie. It was terrible. I wish I could get that 2 weeks back.
2 weeks?
But it was like a week and a half, honestly. The guy did it, by the way. That's what we did. That's what the jury decided. Thank you. Great job.
Candy?
Sure.
You can have 2 pieces if you want.
Oh, I get one for my camera guy. Twix?
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey man. Yeah, we got Newton over here.
I mean, do you want to compete?
I mean, it's a little late in the day for me, but any one of you.
You two want to compete? So our first challenge here, we got a vert mat.
Okay.
So
Stein, yep, you gonna do it?
Whoever jumps the highest is gonna win a medal. Okay.
Oh shoot!
So we got Brody up first.
Stein's a wrestler, not an athlete. I'm just teasing.
22.6.
Okay.
20.8. All right. Brody jumped higher. but Jackson wins the medal.
Oh, okay. That was.
Now, the second challenge, we're gonna have an advantage. So who wants the advantage? Shooting. You can have it. All right. So you're gonna shoot from right here, and Brody's gonna shoot from all the way back there. So whoever makes it first wins.
Not bad for a wrestler.
If
All
Brody
right.
misses, then you win the medal.
Stein, oh my.
Alright, Brody missed. So, Jackson wins the medal.
Jackson, you're cleaning up,
So
bro.
last challenge. So Brody jumped higher the first time, right? So now you're gonna jump with these weights. Okay. And Jackson's gonna jump normally. Yeah, so you're gonna test your vertical again, Jackson, so you can go first. Okay. 21.4. Brody with the weights. 17.9. Jackson, once again, repeat for Jackson. Alright, so the point of these games, the first one, I told you guys whoever jumped the highest would win, right?
Okay.
But I gave you the medal who jumped lower, which is just plain unfair. Our second game, we have an advantage. We gave you an advantage, which gave you a higher chance of making the basket. Advantage fairness. And then our last one, which is the most important one for transgender athletes, is our physical fairness. Brody, who jumped higher the first time, which jumped around a 22, jumped in almost 18 the second time, while Jackson had no disadvantage and got to jump again and also jumped higher, which is unfair to Brody for having to jump with the weights, as Jackson just got to do what he did the first time. See, this physical unfair has to do with the genetic difference between male and females. This is because of the testosterone levels that the males have more than females, which males have 15 times more testosterone than females do. Which testosterone produces more bone mass, produces increase in muscle growth, and allows for more red blood cells to go throughout your body, which has oxygen and allows you to have more endurance and stamina. See, for our two athletes here, we have Laura Hubbard, which is our first openly transgender athlete to compete. She, although did not medal, she did have a big impact on the transgender athletes to compete in the future, like Leah Thomas, who won the NCAA D1 500 freestyle and the Ivy League championship in the 100, 200, and 500 freestyle. See, this is just unfair to our women competitors. See, all the hours that they put in just to lose to someone that has a genetic advantage over them. See, although transgender athletes is unfair to women's sports, they should still be allowed to compete at the sport that they love, just like everyone else does. So this is why we want to have alternate leagues for the transgender athletes to be able to compete and have fun in sports just like everyone else does and win medals just like Jackson did here today, unlike Brody. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
I think that's a wrap if you want to pan around, but you can see that people are getting ready to go home. They're tearing down. I wish we could have made it to everybody, but we're proud of all of you guys. This was an awesome event, and I hope that you enjoyed it, doing it as much as we did coming. See you next year. Awesome. Made it all the way around.